Once you split out the soil into your horizons, then you're ready to describe. The best thing to do is to describe from the top down and just go through each description category. First thing we're going to do is texture. So you take a sample of your soil. In this case, the soil is moist. If it's not moist, you're going to want to moisten it up. You're going to take a spray bottle and spray it a few times with water, but in this case I don't need to do that because the soil is moist. Then you're going to form a ball. Make sure the soil is in an even moisture. And the first thing you want to do is decide whether it is an organic soil material or a mineral soil material. If it's an organic soil material, organic matter has a much lower bulk density than mineral. It's going to be very light. If it's a peat or much less decomposition, you can actually see pieces of organic matter like roots and leaves and twigs and things like that in the material. It's not going to have a whole lot of bearing capacity or strength to it, so it's going to be very liquidy or mushy. It's going to stain your fingers black. So if you think it's organic and the soils get mineral down deeper, you might want to take a sample of the mineral material down deeper and compare, and the organic material is going to be much lighter than the mineral material. This soil here is not organic, it is mineral. Once you determine it's mineral, we are describing the textures for the purposes of figuring out if the soil meets field indicators. The lab is going to sample the texture and give you the actual percentage of sand, silt, and clay. So we only need to figure out textures that pertain to the field indicators. So there are 4 categories of texture that you can have. It could either be sandy, loamy clayey, mucky sandy, or mucky loamy clayey. If it's mucky, that means it's still high in organic matter, but it has enough mineral that it's a mineral soil material. If it's mucky, you're going to feel some mineral grains in that material. But it's still going to be much lower in bulk density, so it's going to be much lighter. It's going to be greasier, black, stain your fingers black, and you're only going to feel a little bit of mineral grains in that material. This here is not mucky, this is just straight mineral. So what we're left with is it loamy clay or is it sandy? To determine that, you want to form a ball. If you kind of toss it in your fingers or in your hand, if it falls apart, it's sandy. If it stays together, then it's loamy clay. The other thing you can do is push it between your finger and your thumb, and if it actually holds together in a ribbon, it's loamy clay. If it just falls apart, falls right off your finger as you're pushing it out, then it's sandy.